Welcome, listener, to another deep dive. For the past few weeks, we've journeyed through some truly epic narratives, haven't we?
Absolutely. Stories of rebellion, defiance.
Exactly. We explored Lucifer, Samyaza, the Watchers. We even walked with Enoch, seeing his journey, the fallen angels. It's been very focused on the dramatic, the defiant choices.
The ones that really shook things up, cosmically speaking.
Right. But today, we're taking a different turn, a deliberate pause, maybe. We want to unpack something else entirely.
Something quieter.
Yes. The stories, or maybe the lack of stories, about the angels who didn't fall, the ones who stayed.
And it's striking, isn't it, when you look for them in those grand sagas?
They're just not really there in the same way. No massive battles attributed to them, no world-changing disasters caused by their choices. They just obeyed, quietly, faithfully, almost invisibly, you could say. And maybe, just maybe, that quiet, steady obedience is where the real point of reflection lies for us.
I think that's a crucial shift in perspective. Our world, culturally we're drawn to the drama, right? The rebellion, the conflict. It makes headlines.
Always.
But there's so much insight often missed when we look at loyalty instead, at steadfastness, at choices made without needing an audience.
So that's our focus for this deep dive.
Exactly. The core idea is pretty simple, but it kind of pushes back against a lot of modern thinking. Not all acts of love are loud, and critically, not all angels rebelled. So we're going to explore that quiet faithfulness. What does the loyalty of these unseen angels reveal about love, about real loyalty, maybe even about divine strength itself? It's a stark contrast to our, let's face it, human fascination with the fall.
Yeah, that fascination is strong. Okay, so this hidden glory of loyalty, where do we start? One thing that jumps out immediately is they're rarely named.
Almost never.
Right, their silence feels, sacred in a way. It's fascinating and honestly a bit challenging to our storytelling instincts that the Bible doesn't give us a list. No big shout-outs for their commitment.
No parades for staying put.
Exactly. And yet, woven into the text almost subtly is this idea that their obedience is what holds the very structure of heaven together.
Precisely. And that silence, it's not absence. That loyalty isn't just passive acceptance.
Now it feels active.
It's a profound choice,
Yeah.
an ongoing act of love, like a spiritual anchor, Which brings us to a couple of really compelling points. First, this obedience without recognition, it's not just good behavior, it mirrors divine love in action.
How so?
Well, it's not about getting credit, it's about the act itself. Pure giving, seeking nothing back. That really challenges our human need for validation, for visibility.
Yeah, we want people to see the good we do.
Naturally. And second, think about this. Our world today often rewards rebellion, right? It gets the attention, the platform, sometimes even admiration. But heaven honors loyalty.
That's a fundamental difference in values.
It is, and it's not just a fleeting idea. Thomas Aquinas, the great medieval thinker, he had this fascinating perspective. He suggested that for the good angels, their choice wasn't like ours, this constant back and forth. It was one single moment, one instant.
One choice.
One choice. A single, definitive, eternal yes to God. Irrevocable, unshakable, no do-overs, no second thoughts, just boom, done, forever.
Wow. It's hard to wrap your head around. A single yes echoing for eternity. What kind of love is that?
Exactly.
And what kind of strength, real inner strength does it take to be loyal like that? Knowing there's no applause coming, no songs sung about you.
It forces you to redefine power, doesn't it? And impact.
It really does.
And remember, these angels aren't just sitting around polishing their halos, they're active. Hebrews 1.14 calls them ministering spirits sent to serve.
Right, sent to serve those who will inherit salvation. Us.
And Job 1, it mentions the sons of God, often taken to mean angels still gathering before the throne. They're present, active, vital to how things work.
But largely unseen by us.
Largely unseen. Serving, speaking, protecting, all without demanding the spotlight. It's a continuous, quiet devotion.
Which brings us right back down to earth, doesn't it? To the human echoes of this. Obedience without an audience. Because, let's be real, we live in a world obsessed with being seen. Rebellion gets the clicks, the loudest voice gets the microphone, and sometimes, just quietly doing the right thing.
It can look like weakness.
Yeah, it can be mistaken for weakness.
Yeah.
Or just ignored. But here's the flip side, and it feels really important.
Yeah.
Some of the most powerful acts of love, the most meaningful ones,
Yeah.
nobody ever sees them.
Give us an example.
Well, think about the caregiver. Staying up late, night after night, just quietly there, providing comfort, no fanfare. Or the friend who forgives something deep, without making a big deal about it, without even needing an apology sometimes, just letting it go for the sake of peace.
Or the person at work consistently doing the right thing, holding onto their integrity even when nobody's checking.
Exactly. Those quiet fidelities. They aren't grand gestures.
But they're profound. And those actions, those are like echoes. Echoes of the angels who stayed.
That's a beautiful way to put it.
And that's why this story, the story is the unfallen, it matters. Not because it's flashy or full of conflict, but because it mirrors something real and sacred in our own lives.
Like what?
Like a kind of obedience that isn't just for show. A love that doesn't need likes or shares to be genuine. It highlights that maybe, just maybe, the angels who stayed sort of prefigure these quiet acts of love we see or perform every day. It gives our own quiet virtues a kind of cosmic weight.
And Scripture, when you look closely, it subtly backs this up. You mentioned Job 1, the sons of God still gathering, still present, still active, unseen.
Right.
But then there's Hebrews 13.2. That line always gets me.
Mm-hmm.
Do not neglect to show hospitality to strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unawares.
Unawares, that's the key word.
It really is. Angelic goodness, angelic help. It can brush past us without any spectacle, without demanding our attention. It just is. It works quietly in the background.
And isn't that fundamentally the kind of faith we're called to cultivate? This quiet, unseen goodness. It's more than just a nice story. It's a powerful theological idea.
How so?
It challenges our whole cultural focus on fame, on being noticed, on external validation. It makes us ask if these angels chose God so decisively, yet aren't the ones celebrated in our stories. What does that tell us? It leads you to wonder, doesn't it? Could it be that unseen obedience isn't weakness at all? Maybe it's a deeper kind of strength, a more profound strength?
And maybe
Maybe the quiet ones in heaven, the ones who just stayed, who obeyed without needing a reason everyone else could see. Maybe they're closest to God's heart. Their story isn't about the drama of rebellion. It's about enduring, uncelebrated faithfulness. Loyalty that shines without a spotlight.
Speaking of reflection, we've gotten some incredible questions from listeners recently, really digging into these themes. Melissa, what do you have for us today?
Thank you. Apologies, audience, in advance for my voice. I'm just getting over a cold and I do apologize. However, over the last couple of weeks, we've received a number of questions. I'm really excited to share quite a few of them with you, so please bear with me. I hope some of these questions can help us reflect further, not necessarily to answer them all here in the podcast, but to take them back and reflect individually. Okay, is obedience still beautiful if no one sees it? In a culture obsessed with visibility and validation, does quiet faithfulness still hold value, or has obedience become invisible, even to the church? What does love actually look like in God's eyes? As we know, Scripture says love is patient, love is kind, it keeps no record of wrongs, 1 Corinthians 13. But does love also mean loyalty? Obedience? How does divine love differ from how we use the word today? Why do we give so much attention to the angels who fell and so little to the ones who stayed? Could it be we're more drawn to rebellion than righteousness? And if so, what does that truly say about us?
Wow, those are really powerful questions, Melissa. They cut right to the core of everything we've been talking about.
They really do.
Your questions about, visibility versus quiet faithfulness, the true shape of divine love versus our human understanding and our cultural pull towards rebellion, it just perfectly frames the tension, doesn't it? The tension between the world's scorecard and heaven's. And honestly, just asking these questions, Melissa, it brings visibility to what's so often overlooked. It forces us, and hopefully everyone listening, to really examine our own assumptions. What do we truly value?
Yeah.
If divine love really does include unwavering loyalty, maybe even obedience, then yeah, maybe our everyday use of the word love is incomplete. And that fascination with the fall, it's uncomfortable, but we have to ask, does it say something about our own leanings towards drama over quiet virtue?
It's a challenging thought.
Yeah.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, what's the main takeaway?
Well, I think it's crucial to say this isn't about telling people to become invisible or, hide their light.
No, definitely not.
But it is a powerful, maybe humbling reminder. What is unseen is not unnoticed, not by the one who matters most. There's profound cosmic value in that quiet faithfulness, in those hidden acts of loyalty and love.
That unseen faithfulness echoes.
It echoes in eternity. Think about it. The angels who stayed, they didn't get the spotlight. Their names aren't famous in human history or mythology.
No legendary status for them.
But they received something arguably far more beautiful, infinitely more profound.
Which is?
The eternal, unwavering gaze of God. His attention, his presence.
That's a perspective shift.
It is. So for you listening, we encourage you to reflect on that. Think about your own quiet acts of love, of loyalty, especially in a world that's constantly demanding outward validation.
Where are you showing up with that quiet obedience? That steadfast commitment, even when there's no applause?
Because maybe, just maybe, those are the moments echoing the quiet, powerful fidelity of the angels who simply stayed. The moments that truly resonate in eternity.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive. We hope it's given you something really profound to consider, something to challenge your perspective, perhaps inspire some quiet courage. So what does this all mean for you?